Wow. Of all the clips on the internet, you found this one. That's great. Well, before you even press play, which you've already have, I want you to do two things for me. One, hit the notification bell at the bottom. And two, I also want you to hit subscribe. Now, once you do that, now you can watch the clip. Like, go ahead, man. Yo, what was said is crazy. Like, watch. You're gonna see. Trust me. Check it out.
I want to sit down for this.
I'll circle back with another question. My big takeaway from this year was Big X the Plug in terms of the guy to me.
Oh yeah, he's
loving music the way I love music. Big X the Plug and
he's hot
hip hop combined with country thing that he did this year,
and using his because that's where he's from
was
so it's
genius to me.
Is culture.
And anybody who's listened to Big X, he's always taking unique stuff. Like he's a guy who he tries to do stuff. Like even his last album, the Take Care album, I can't remember what the subtext was, but like he does that.
Yeah, he does.
Right, but to me, the 2025 hip hop MVP for me.
Oh, now you're talking about something else.
Okay. So
my takeaway, I'm adding to it.
So
Big X, but for me, my 2025 hip hop MVP is Big X the Plug. That's my takeaway.
Who would yours be?
It's between him and, for me, it's between him and the Clipse.
Okay.
Great choice.
Because the Clipse, they showed.
I just felt like Big X had that crossover.
No. I know. That's why I'm saying
absolutely.
They serving two
different demos.
Two different demos because I've never seen a group or rappers be gone for so long in terms of yes, we know they put up music, but in terms of the concept of who they are, which is the Clipse, being away that long, coming back with not only a great album, but making an impact with their presence every and anywhere possible that would extend the fact that people know that they're back. They literally used all these different forms. Doesn't matter if it was the different presses, the podcast, the interviews, the magazines, from hip hop to luxury to well, and now the Grammys have now awarded them with all of these nominations and put their album in. Album of the year. Like, these are things that people will be like, if you asked 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago, people are like, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. The only artist we put in album of the year is gonna be Drake or Kendrick or we'll Tyler, because they did before with Tyler. It's gonna be those kind of guys. But you took those brothers and the things that they went through and with their family and blah blah blah. They got back together. They have God, but they keep the streets and they keep the all of that, and they don't even fuck with nobody anymore. They're like, we're just fucking with me, myself, my family, my this, the that, and they're against the world. And this is what they're doing, and it's actually good music too. Yeah, that means some of y'all don't love it because they love it. They love it.
Yeah, my MVP,
hip hop MVP.
Hip hop.
A lot of people do a lot in music. We're talking hip hop because I think that's a genre we all love. So
yeah,
I love other genres.
Yeah. I mean, but like some of the genres I love, you might not love. So
and there's some genres I love that you don't love.
Correct.
Right.
Who is your hip hop MVP?
My hip hop MVP is it's Everything O'Shawn.
Shut up, nigga.
And the reason why I say that is because this year we released maybe 3 Afro House records. And largely.
I'm fucking sorry.
No. Largely, we've been missing from the hip hop scene. A lot of people have felt like, oh, where is O'Shawn? Like what is going on? But as the primary producer and the engineer, the recording engineer at least, I've seen what we have been, creating, because a lot of people don't understand that you have to create months and sometimes years in advance for you to see things years later. Like, you have to be very deliberate and intentional prior to, because that's just the way that the industry works in terms of propping things up and trying to give it a good runway. So based on what I've seen, I'll be producing records, working on snares and melodies for hours on end, and mixes with Dan that, aren't hitting the way that they should. If I think about things the way that they're supposed to be and the final product of a lot of the things, I would say that O'Shawn is going to have a great runway, especially when considering the fact that, a lot of people are, other people are abandoning the sound or not figuring out how they can, marry their story with hip hop because, once again, Big It's a Plug even was like, oh, I don't consider myself a hip hop artist, which was very disheartening because a lot of people like to use hip hop as a propping board and then to go on. And a lot of white artists do that as well. Post Malone, a bunch of a lot of white artists and things like that. And it's like hip hop is at the center of everything culturally. I mean, this podcast, you could argue all the music takes are stem from hip hop and then kind of migrate to other things. So with what O'Shawn is doing, what we're doing and putting together, I would say it's the seed that is planted that will turn into, what will be seen, I think, is quite important. There's a gap that has been left open from those who are the largest, the biggest of the largest, and those who are in the weeds, who don't have the talent, who don't have the wherewithal or the understanding of the industry. And we've been in the industry at the sidelines for a while in terms of watching how things go. O'Shawn's had a song called Woj that was, put into NCIS and synced a bunch of places where he's talking about knowing the game and Mayor's Kingstown, which is your favorite show.
Oh my God.
And knowing and kind of studying the game and seeing how things actually work versus what the perception is and applying those things into a meaningful way, I think can blossom for great things. So like hip hop on its own, when we talk about the large scale, after at the beginning of the year with Kendrick doing the Super Bowl and Drake being like, okay, this is whatever. So it's had a time for everybody else to kind of do their thing. So when I think about my own perspective on where I am and what I've seen firsthand, yes, of course, Clipse have done great things, but I think the seeds that O'Shawn has planted, I think, you can quote me on this when, you come back to this, when you look back at this podcast 12 months later, you'll be like, oh, okay, that's what you were talking about. So that's what I would say.
Wow.
At this point.
What was your favorite hip hop album this year?
Thanks for saying that, man.
Oh,
by the way.
See, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
I deliberately, I'm not even gonna give that the extra because we're just gonna now watch you deliver. That's all.
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna give it no. Oh wow, no. Now just deliver.
He surprised me.
It's delivery time.
Oh man, yo, that was. I can't believe we said that. That's crazy. Well, if you thought that clip was like, special, why don't you check out these? Look at these other clips that are literally right here. You can check them out. They're right there. Like, you don't even have to go outside of the site. Like, YouTube has it right here. Check them out. I'll wait until you because they're gonna disappear really soon. You'll see. They'll be gone. No, I see Mr. Beast. He's coming up. No, ignore that. One of these.
You might want to sit down for this.